You know, I just, something that just dawned on me. All right. I was thinking about this. You know, there used to be a couple of political shows that used to be on BET and TV One. And this is before Roland Martin had a show on TV One. Let me go ahead and talk about it, explain to you what I mean. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right. Traffic, man. What I'm saying is, years ago, I used to, even when I was a little boy, I used to watch shows like Meet the Press, McLaughlin Group, which I grew up watching when I was a kid. My cousins and them used to watch those shows. As young, black man, they encouraged me to watch stuff like that. I did. And even Tony Brown's Journal. I don't know if those of you who remember, old heads remember Tony Brown's Journal from way back in the day. I used to watch a lot of that. I watched them from the early 70s. But anyway, I used to watch a lot of that stuff. It was very educational to me. And I grew up watching for years. And I always used to watch, like I said, I grew up watching a lot of the political shows back in the day. I watched quite a bit of them, matter of fact. But anyway, what I want to say right quick is this. There are certain black enterprise businesses that weren't really involved in talking about political stuff on TV too much. One of them was the Ebony Jet Showcase. The Ebony Jet Showcase was kind of like, and this was out back in the 80s and I think early 90s. The Ebony Jet Showcase was more kind of like a black version of Entertainment Tonight. But they didn't do any political shows on television that I was aware of, that I know of, and I know about quite a few of them. Or any, honestly, there are very, very few syndicated black political shows on TV, if at all. I think the only one I know of is Armstrong Williams, and he's not really like that anyway. That's another story. But he's one of very few. But what I'm trying to say is, I know that a lot of black people don't like, I've never really heard too many black people talk about watching political shows on TV. Not too many I know of. We're in the entertainment shows and stuff, which is why they put this shit out there. Because that's what you seem to be interested in. We don't really know about, a lot of us don't really have a grip about the political system and how these candidates play you up to your emotions. That's a fact. Y'all, there's people out there still represent Bernie Sanders, even though Bernie Sanders does not support reparations. He publicly said that. Kamala Harris doesn't even take anything seriously, except when she wants you to get fried in terms of getting burned by the judicial system. And now Joe Biden's running. No shocker there. I had a feeling he was going to run. Thing of it is, he figured he got the black vote because he was he ran on the ticket with a Democratic candidate named Barack Obama and became vice president for 8 years. So he's going to run off of that. These candidates don't give a shit about you. Excuse my French. They don't care. They're all about the butter biscuits. I'm telling you, they all are. There's more than 20 Democratic candidates running for office right now, or about to run for office, or put their bids in to run for office. Ocasio, with that Spanish woman, she really don't care about you. She don't even consider herself black. I think it's black in her family, but she don't even consider herself black. But that's another story. But and she don't really represent reparations either. She another one. For me personally, like I said before, and I've talked about it in other podcasts, I'm not voting. I want the bag. I want tangibles, damn it. Still do. Because this is ridiculous. We give away votes like hoes give away pussy. It's free. You know, do what you want with it. It's the same thing. It's the same mentality, you know. And I'm kind of sick that every time I put my vote in, you got people who don't represent what they said they're going to represent you for. Democrats over the last 50 years have never really represented us the way they're supposed to. At least not from what I've seen and read and heard. They don't. They don't represent your best interest. They never have. You know, we need to create a party that represents our own interests from people who know you well better than anybody else who you know well will have your back. These Democratic candidates who try to play on your emotions, they don't know you. The Kamala Harrises don't know you. The Bernie Sanders definitely don't know you, and neither does the Joe Biden's of the world. They don't care. They're all full of it. They never was raised in the hood like you know, or me. Believe it or not, I was raised in the hood. They never had to deal with tough issues like you did growing up in the hood. They don't know nothing about you. They just know what you're telling them. And they play off your emotions. You know? They don't play off experiences. That's a known fact. This is why most of these candidates, almost all these candidates, I would never vote for. I don't give a damn if they're Democrat or Republican. They don't represent your interests. But I'm going to talk more about that on another podcast. Hopefully there may be a part 2 on this. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.